What up, mob? Oh my God. What a race, huh? That was unbelievable. I'm going to start with some stuff kind of slow, let everyone get in here. But I want to say first about the broadcast. I love the overhead start. Make sure, and guys, by the way, if you can't hear me, just type in here. Um, and just so you know, my connection on that I have now to the Star team told me Bennett was going to be good, and damn, he was good. Holy crap! Yeah, that crash and that LC or the main that was absolutely brutal. And you guys have those of you guys that watched me for a long time, you understand. I want a 2-row start. That's why I want a 2-row start. I don't want to see gnarly crashes like that take things out. Raiden Barber. I'm going to get into Tomac in a minute. I don't think anything's wrong with this bike. Um, but let's say, hey, does anyone think that Weege makes RC better? Even though RC still is awful, I do think he sounds better when he's with Wygant. How about that? So I said something kind of nice about RC. So there we go. That's my nice thing about it, Ricky, for the day. One row is top pro racing. Yeah, but when we started that whole one row thing, Bob, we were talking about bikes that weren't going 40, 50 miles an hour into that first turn. It's different. And sometimes we need to look at these things. Yeah. So let's see. Let's get into the 450s. How about Aaron Plessinger getting a first heat race, guys? AP. Is there a liker guy out there? I sound like RC. Is there a guy the fans like more than him in Detroit? He was super popular. He's just a fun guy to be around. This guy is absolutely legit. He is a title threat. Is he the favorite? No, but he's definitely in that conversation now. And I think he's a guy. There's about 8 guys in the top that with a good start and a good finish could win on any given night. And I do have to apologize. In my prediction show, I didn't have Chase Sexton in the top 5. And that has nothing to do with me not thinking he would have got top 5. I had a brain cramp. I had a Carmichael moment, and I totally forgot about him. So, yeah, that's why. But he doesn't look like he's got the speed that he used to have. And Jet clearly has him covered. I mean, Jet served notice on these fools. He's like, oh, you guys going to boo me? Watch this. And he come out in the black gear. Although he did say, I want to thank the fans for the reaction, kind of took a tiny shot at him. I would have wanted a bigger one. I would have been like, hey, man, if you guys are going to boo me, I love it. Bring it. And then like hung out a bird or something. I think the haters would even like that. I think that's what he should do. Steer into it. That's how you put out these fights. Matthew V, aloha, my man from Hawaii. I do not like seeing the 450 guys go first. That sucked. It was boring. I don't want Metallica opening up for Poison. I need to see my favorites later. Let's lead into it. Let's build anticipation. Let's not take it backwards. That's just dumb. I don't like it. Doug Hall, lackluster weekend? I disagree. I think you're saying that just simply because last week was just like a race for the ages, and it was 3 main events that were absolutely ridiculous. We're not going to get that every week. And Cody Jolly, the track sucked. I don't think it sucked. I mean, that's you deal with the dirt that's given to you. And yeah, data pusher. Poison would never be on the same bill as Metallica. Yeah, but Metallica would never open for somebody that's not nearly on the level of them. And that's essentially what you're doing by having the 450s go first. The opener, come on, man. I don't like it. And it really screwed up the whole day. It was brutal. Oh, and I see somebody commented on Jet Reynolds. Oh man, this is such a bummer because you guys know I talk to the Clomex guys quite a bit. He was very, very ready for this. He was healthy, and he 100% was coming in here, kind of trying to turn this around. The word I got is cracked collarbone. Yeah, so hopefully he's okay, man. I feel bad for that kid. He's got a yeah. By the way, Deegan was giving the finger. I don't know. I think it might have been Seth Hamaker. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's who triggered that thing. I'm not really sure. Let's see. Let's get back to main event here. Jet just handled these fools. And I did say he was going to win. I did pick him to win. but as if that's going out on a limb. The guy is so good. Everybody in that top 8, except for Jet, is, you know, just on point. Yeah, it might have been McAdoo. It's not like the first time he's ever caused a major crash, but yeah. Dylan Ferrandis looking good on that. He's doing really well. He's solid. Those Tomac was struggling out there, guys. And this is not something new. It's not something new for Tomac. This is what he does. Like JT said on the broadcast, JT nailed it perfectly. He said, if Tomac's not comfortable, then he doesn't push. Maybe he got arm pump, whatever it is. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, he could come out next weekend and win, but I don't expect beast mode. And on those first turns, I think Deegan was more just flipping off the situation when he actually looks at it. Because, I mean, it's the first turn. Things happen. It is what it is. Somebody said, if Tomac had the flu, I understand 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I wouldn't panic. Watch him in Glendale. He's always fast at Glendale. You're taking a guy who faded all the way back, and he'll look good. Webb battled his ass off. And like I said before this in the preview show, Webb didn't have, I mean, you saw the interview with all those guys afterward. Webb looked absolutely spent. So, yeah. I'm sure Deeks was flipping off Tom because that's who hit him, but it wasn't his fault. Yeah, it just happens. But I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram post. I did find out the true story on Deegan's wrist. It is a broken scaphoid, you know, the dreaded navicular. So what happened is they put a double-plated screw in there. Took 4 weeks off the bike. It gets netted. And now he's just got to deal with pain and swelling. And now he's got 3 weeks before he has to go again. So that's actually what happened. This whole sprain is ridiculous. It's ridiculous that they're even saying that. But that's actually what happened. Guys, I feel so bad for Christian Craig. But I did catch on his pit board where they said it ain't over yet, push or something. That tells me he's quitting. The team feels like he's quitting. He is in, I don't know, he might get fired midseason because when you have to motivate your rider like that, that's not good. It's brutal. So, Zachary Leonard, did you hear that Deegan slept with Forkner's wife? Oh, man, come on. Come on, man. I never heard that, but that's kind of ridiculous. So, Deegan looked good. There was that big pile up that really sucked. And Randon Barber, career ender. The navicular or scaphoid can be career ender. It's not like it used to be. When it ended Rick Johnson's career, Rick Johnson, I mean, they didn't have the double-sided screw technique. I mean, we're talking about 1989 compared to now. And he's got a bone growth stimulator he can use. There's lots of different things. And he's a little younger than RJ was at that time. But yeah, how about that in the heat race when Pierce just punted Jalek Swoll? Woo, that was a bit much for a heat race, but it is what it is. I was really stoked on the Triumph bikes. They looked fast. How about that hole shot for Evan Ferry, who I hope is okay? That looked awful. He was jammed up there against the wall. That was nasty. Yeah, it was brutal. In the LCQ, I was cheering for HBI's Aiden Shive. And a lot of you guys have asked me about Ty Masterpool. Don't expect him in Supercross. I don't know what's going on with him. I'll get into that more in this week, but he's somewhat okay, but not quite. Still dealing with a calf injury, but it's kind of what he does every single year. Maybe he doesn't like Supercross. He should just focus on outdoors. There's nothing wrong with that. He's an outdoor guy. Chance Hymas looked really good, but other than Jet with his 2 wins this year, HRC has had a hard time. I would have liked to have seen Chance hold on and at least get into a top 5. And then you see we had all that hype about Max Anstey, and he showed it. He looked really good. He is going to be hard to beat for this championship because I don't know if the other guys can stay consistent. Has Forkner proven he can be consistent? Not yet. But the black cloud has been lifted for Austin Forkner. How do you not kind of like, even if you don't like Forkner, you have to feel good about that. That was just a feel-good story for him. Yeah. So, and then, but Daxton, rookie debut. This is the best rookie debut. Remember how everyone went through the roof last year when Hayden got 4th? Dax one-upped it and got 3rd. Am I saying he's better than Deegan? Absolutely not. Deegan is a generational talent, all those things. But good on Daxton. Daxton's the second coming of Chase Sexton. He is so solid. He doesn't look out of control. He's in amazing shape. He's absolutely crushing it. I'm excited about what we're going to see from Daxton Bennett. It will be interesting to see now that he's kind of one of the guys. How's that friendship with him and Hayden going to look? Are they still going to be tight? Because they're going to be neck and neck for a long time. Because I see both those guys having long, successful careers. It's going to be a lot of fun. Back to Triumph. Those things look awesome. You know, both of them were involved in that first turn crash, and yeah. And then J-Mart. That was brutal. And like I said before, I said this before the season started. I love J-Mart. There's not many guys in this sport as good of people as he is. That was horrible. And when I saw him land right on his back, crack his head, I just don't want to see that, man. It's just, I just feel horrible. I hope he's okay. They said he was somewhat okay, but what does that mean? I mean, he still went off on a stretcher. How okay could you possibly be? Why not red flag possibly be these? You could have. You could have, absolutely. I mean, when half the field goes down, I don't know. I have to check the rule book, but I think there is something that says something about that. But we never do that unless it's impeding, you know, what's going on the track. So, all right, guys, that is my quick overreaction. JW57, thanks for all your content. Nice to have you. A B-side to all the censored comment out there. Thank you, man. I do my best, and I've been banned for it, but I don't care. I'm going to say what I want to say, and I hope you guys, I appreciate all you guys. I love it when I'm at the events and you guys come say hi, give me a pound. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Let me run back through my notes here and see if there's anything I missed. I'll do full videos tomorrow and throughout the week. But I just wanted to do a quick overreaction. That's what I call this, because it's usually the overreaction, because I got all the, oh my God, what happened? And it was awesome. But Jet is absolutely back in this. He's still the 100% favorite to win this title. He's the only guy in that top 10 that can consistently manage his position. But yeah, Jet served notice on these guys. His demise, not so fast. And then Anderson, I don't know what's up with Anderson. We know he's a guy that stays up pretty late. Zach, talking about Jet slept with Craig's. Oh man, chill, bro. You and your sleeping with everybody. Yeah, that's what's called trolling. So anyway, you guys are awesome. I appreciate it. That's it for the quick overreaction show. Data pusher, you are the clown, my friend. All right, guys, later.